always like to say what Council Almighty, I don't know if in the house, the one who showed me the text. Akasema, they was still spreading across the text kusema, don't dare go to Yatta Farm. Kwa sababu ukienda kule, kwanza ujue utatoka. Na utakaa miaka 10 ukilisha hizo kondoo na kufanya fencing. I say, ordinarily, people like to associate the community around this area with other challenges, but this is a farm ambayo inalindwa na Mwenyezi Mungu mwenyewe, malaika ya Mwenyezi Mungu. So on behalf of the family, I know that the young men here, when I went into Parliament in 1985, I wasn't married. This is April, actually on 10th of April 1985. And I had to get married that same year because I knew by the lead, ungekuwa na shida. You didn't know mtu anakupenda kwa sababu wewe ni mbunge ama wewe uko na mambo mengine, so I married Pauline very quickly by December. So a young man and daughter wamezaliwa na familia ya somebody who is a practicing political leader. I don't know whether Kennedy and Kevin are here. You can tell me that join me. Just join me, Kebo. Just come over. Kebo, we thank God for what he has done for that young man. He was almost crushed by a 20-tire lorry. And we thank God he survived. Anybody who witnessed that will know it was a terrible, terrible accident. And if it wasn't, for example, for the quick response of Governor Amina, maybe he can go along with us. We thank you so much for what you did. Governor Amina has cancelled their trip to Kinshasa to save this young man. And then Kennedy is here, as a member for Yatta. These are my classmates. The younger one, Clay, is not here today, but he's, I'm sure, following these proceedings. And so also their sibling daughter, Maido Damari, out pursuing her studies in the UK. So on behalf of police and all of us, tunawakaribisha. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know whether anybody wants to do anything. Yeah, thank you so much. Unaona nimeanza kuwa gazeti. Hata chezee mimi. Usinichezee. And so, this place, exactly where you are, is important for me to point out because a lot of people have said things about this place. This portion, which touches Thinker Highway, was bought by this family from a lady called Janet Chingchi, a widow from Kericho who had been allocated 100 acres. And below kule kwingine from a gentleman called David from I think Major Lagat, who is also a gentleman from Nakuru. And this is in Lukambani. I thank Charity Gilo because when she was Minister for Land, she clarified these matters. So all the company did was to make sure to not take it to Okuta, because no one would kill you. And I got them and David, working the money, Masi only more documented. Not to my see the cover to see like in my house. Sorry for going local because allow me today just to spoil myself by being a little bit not obnoxious, absurd. Because that is what we are. We like to be very open. And so the story of why we are here is different. We met here on the 15th of January last year. And you want me to now allow me to just read this following one of Kizungu. Before, after that, I invite my brother Raila, Andy Azungumze, like our practice is. Then the principles of Azumio, will speak. Today I want to make a very special request that nobody leaves this place in a hurry. I can tell you, the collective effort I've seen in putting this effort together is amazing. I want to thank Governor Malombe, Governor Junior, Mutula Junior, the host Governor Wabenya. And I want to say my friend RK, immediate former MP for Wajir East. I know, I saw him. Alipeana mbuzi kwa kubwa tano all the way from Wajir. Mheshimiwa, our sister Agatha Solitei, the chair lady of elections board. I've never seen a more wonderful lady. Alitoa mbuzi huko sultani hapo zikachinjwa, na mimi nikaongezea mbuzi na nikaongezea ng'ombe kama na wengine ma MCA. I'm shocked, MCAs of Makueni wametuma mbuzi, MCAs of Kitui, and I didn't want this to be a collective effort. In fact, quite honestly, tulikuwa tunang'ang'ana. Kwa hivyo, the conclusion of that matter is please don't go in a hurry. Tutatafuta mbuzi Kioni, Nyandarua ni mbali. Tutachinja zingine na zingine until really we feel that we have fraternized, because we are celebrating the wonderful performance by the Wiper team within the Azimio coalition. And I want to thank the clergy again, Apostle Musili, and wonderful. Let me actually again ask for heshima, all the clergy who are here, to stand again, because we want to really recognize it, a very special way. Yaani hawa watu ni wengi, tuwapigie makofi. And I know there were prayers in Machakos yesterday. I thank Governor Wabenya for inviting them again. She attended out of courtesy. Alafu akasema, kujeni pia Yatta Farm kesho, tuungane na nyinyi. Tuwapigie makofi. Because they all doing it in a very clear way. There is no conflict of interest. Hakuna mabishano. You cannot compete when it comes to prayers. Thank you so much. There's no competition whatsoever. I know that Father Mutie in particular, I want to recognize Father Mutie. That gentleman is actually the chair, the national chairperson of all the religious community in Kenya. And I'm told that the only time the Catholics, the Muslims, the Hindus, the Presbyterians and all feel comfortable is when Father Mutie is actually on the chair. And I think if I'm not wrong, our brother comes from Mwala. That is true, isn't it? Mwala. Oh, where is that? Oh, Matungulu. Mwana Mole. I want to ask you, we'll be very orthodox. Just come for the Ghana, because then anybody who feels not recognized, I recognize Father Mutie, and I think all of us will know that even as a people will feel recognized. He will not be here at the Church of the Anglican Church in Kenya. He came the other day to talk to me and to pray with me, and I want to thank you. It reminds me of the country, my second country, where I went to do my postgraduate work, Cyprus. But him, I think, is Orthodox. And I want to really thank you for finding it. Thank you. Thank you. And therefore, now I recognize the others as I go on, and then I'll go and another. Nimevalia kijeshi, sio jeshi. Kuna vijana hapa na was coming in, walikuwa wanasema KDF. So now, KDF, I discovered kuuliza ni nini, nasema Kalonzo Defense Forces. Ukiwaangalia wengine, they can do with an extra lunch. But it is the spirit of commitment and the love for their country which makes them come out strongly, and more particularly, defense of democracy. I am wearing like this, and if you have time at the end, I would really love to sing the words in one of the gospel songs, stand up for Jesus. Ye soldiers of the cross, lift up his royal banner, for it must not suffer loss. From victory to victory, his army shall lead. And beautiful hymn writer, how relevant it is. This is the time to stand up, the clergy, Kenyans, stand up for Jesus. Because you cannot be standing up for Jesus if you're in Shakahola. And I'm happy the church has come out very clearly on this matter. But I wonder why Raila Odinga was denied access to Shakahola. And they allowed Shakila, my party secretary general, because I think the Senate committee was going there. So, in the spirit of openness, we really, this matter about Shakahola has hit international news. It has put this country's name negatively. Watch Al Jazeera, watch other places, so it behoves us as a nation to be very open about what happened in Shakahola. And as Shakila said, I think that we will know eventually the truth. Now, allow me to read the following, because I want to really celebrate our teams. The clergy present have delivered a timely and very thoughtful message that at its heart reminds us whose children we are and why all of us, at all the times, we must praise and be thankful to Almighty God. I'm thus vividly reminded of Psalms 9:1. I quote, I will give thanks to you, Lord. With all my heart, I will tell of all your wonderful deeds. The last time we gathered here, on January 15, 2022, we had the Yatta Declaration. And I would want to invite my brother Raila, on behalf of Azimio Fraternity, to come up to the Yatta Declaration too. We, as a confirmation of the endorsement of a few months prior, in November, at our Welfare Democratic Movement, a National Delegates Conference in Kasarani, when we then Yatta won, the declaration affirmed the conclusions of what had happened at the Delegates Conference. Ultimately, as Wiper and the One Kenya Alliance, OCA, my sister mother at that point was actually with me in OCA, having consulted widely and particularly cognizant of what was at stake for all the people of Kenya. We joined hands with my brother, former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, and Sister Mother Karua in Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya, and crafted the Azimio One Kenya coalition. Others were my brother Gideon Moy, was with us, and Kanu in Oka, and I think several other friends who sometimes the way became very tough. I saw one of them running as independent somewhere in Luo. However, our presidential electoral victory was openly stolen by the minority Chebukati-led Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission, IEBC, and illegally validated at the Supreme Court of Kenya. In the National Assembly, our majority coalition numbers were lawfully and systematically reduced to mirror the facts of a stolen election. Today, I want to express my sincere appreciation to all of the Wiper leadership who, despite intimidation and overt bribery, notwithstanding the bets of which political party would be the first to fall prey to the whims of those who currently hold the instruments of power, stood and continue to stand firm and tall. Echo to Wiper members of parliament. None of them was able to get good wings. And if any of them would dare after today, clearly, the next general election would have umejipeleka nyumbani wewe mwenyewe. As your party leader, I take particular pride when I look at all of you and take in our diversity of representation against all odds we have grown from Mukambani region. It's a national political movement of Machakos, the Kapana region, Lower Eastern, Machakos, Makueni, and Kitui counties, and spread to Taita Taveta. Out of the 4 elected members of parliament in Taita Taveta County, 3 of them are white. And of course, we also spread to Tana River, to Nairobi. That's why we have Mawate and Embakasi South and other places. To Kajiado, to Embu, Busia, Kisii. Now I know where you come from. Now we know the culprit. There's one Mawate, Busia. All your peace, we hear you. We hear you. We hear you. We hear you. You know, Furaha Wakamba wanasema that an animal smells exactly like the forest from which it slept the previous night. And when you got the kakela, so I can talk of Garisha, Wajir, Wiper's presence in 14 counties, and as a movement, I honestly believe this is just the beginning. But we might, in the interest of this nation and growth of democracy and deepening of our gains, have to operate now. Perhaps this is my challenge to the leadership of Azimio. We now must move with speed, consolidate Azimio National Secretariat, and be able to see whether going forward we will not give Azimio #1 priority. To our 3 elected governors, the 3 deputy governors, 4 senators in this Lower Eastern region, 23 members of National Assembly, apart from the council, I think we were about 30. 4 county women members of parliament, 3 speakers of county assemblies, and 111 members of county assemblies. I salute you and loudly say, hongereni, hongera, hakika tutaweza, na hakika muliweza. I would also like to pay tribute to all those who sought elective office on a wide ticket across the country, but unfortunately did not prevail. William Shakespeare, in one of my favorite plays, Romeo and Juliet, wrote a quote. There is an old saying that applies to me. You can't lose a game if you don't play the game into a court. So, at the end of the day, you are the next lot of leaders. And to be honest with you, as Wiper, not to frighten our colleagues, our big brother ODM, if we move the way we do, we would even take over Kisii, Nyamira. I know we have MCAs from Nyamira. Did they come? Mheshimiwa Donya Aburi, there she is, the Kisii County Women Representative on Wiper. But they worked very closely with the ODM governor of Kisii. The Bible, in the wonderful book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 tells us there is an appointed time for everything, and the time for every affair under the sun. End of quote. This afternoon, here in Yatta, may just be considered an appointed time, as we have invited our friends in Azimio One Kenya Coalition here in a continuation of our town hall meeting. To Buraila, this is actually a town hall meeting. Come to think of it, that's what did Sister Mother. You said a town hall meeting. But wow, what a town hall meeting. It's wonderful that you all could find time to come. For this continuation of these town hall meetings, we call them sometimes the People's Baraza, to deliberate certain affairs afflicting all Kenyans and our son. Despite the bipartisan talks between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza, there continues to be a sustained assault on democracy and an obvious attempt to take Kenyans back to the days of single-party dictatorship, as it then was, by consuming legitimate political parties. If this was not the case, we as Azimio na Umoja One Kenya will be the majority in the National Assembly. Our majority was stolen in broad daylight. Therefore, that's why we continue to fight for democracy. On Monday, we joined the rightful leadership of the Jubilee Party at their NDC at Gom Racecourse, because even we were denied going to Bomas of Kenya. And we did this in solidarity, as well as to publicly express our revulsion at the blatant attempt to take over party by hypocrites. As the nation heard from Gom Racecourse, let them too today loudly and clearly hear our emphatic no, you will not take over Jubilee for the sake of democracy. Not now, ever. And here, there's no clergy and political class. Kenyans must stand up and defend democracy. That's why I'm wearing this fatigue. I'll continue wearing this until I'm sure that the provisions of Constitution 2010 on multi-party democracy remain respected. Yesterday, Kenyans in the world witnessed a rogue regime's attempt to silence the voice and violate the freedoms of our brother Maina General that are assured under our Constitution. In spite of the tear gas lobbed at them, you heard the freedom song sung at the DCI headquarters on Kiambu Road. I quote, and because I tried to get a quick translation, notice I can pick 90% of Kikuyu, because Mwangiria, Kiongea Kikamba wanasikia yote, Kiongea Kikuyu wanasema. This is how it went. Mount Kenya belongs to the warriors. You will not confuse us anymore. Our brothers and sisters from the mountain are loudly and clearly stating enough is enough. On Wednesday, we suspended the bipartisan talks, in fact agreed with Senior Counsel, my learned brother, Otiende Amolo, who is in the house. I think Kenyans will want to see Otiende Amolo, who is leading the team here, of very able negotiators, absolutely able. We gave them our team A, wakatupatia under 17. They serve our brother Kosi, who is, as you heard, the leader of KUP and member all the way from West Pokot. And of course, we have also some of the other members here, your own Senator Wambua Kiino. Did I see Kitui Senator? He's right there. Himself a renowned journalist. And of course, Ego, my young learned junior brother, Edwin Sifuna, Senator for Nairobi. And I think I saw that because of my minority leader in the Senate, Senator from Kilifi, is not sitting in that committee, but I saw him. Welcome so much, our brother, all the way from Kilifi. And others who I think party leader may want to introduce. I will simply concur with minority leader member for Kadiani, who also serves as a national organizing secretary of the party, Honorable Robert Bui's conclusion on the bill. And I quote, this is now, I'm sorry, I should go backwards a little bit. When we gave them our team A, they gave us team B. The other side has put forward an anti-people finance bill. Anti-people finance bill. And Sifuna, I think, was able to talk about the entire truth about this one. Measures proposed include raising the gross sales tax from 1 to 3%, doubling the rate of value-added tax, VAT, applied on petroleum products from the existing 8% to 16%, 100% increase, and applying various excise duties, including an increase from 12% to 15% on money transfer services, and a new one on milk and sugar. Further, is what can only be called the Ghost National Housing Development Fund, stated a reduction of 3% of gross earnings. Even their peers could not even stand before the committee of Parliament to justify it. Therefore, I wholeheartedly concur with Robert Koi saying, I have never seen such a vicious attempt to turn Kenyans into paupers. So what happened to the Clarion Call of Mamambogas and border borders? Indeed, the hustler issue. If you buy a copy of my book, you will then be able to know whether your party leader is a hustler or not. Because a time has come when we must call a spade a spade. If you know where the guru is, it can only take the grace of God to be for one like me to stand before you and talk to you today. Wow, so while in Azimio, I want to conclude, One Kenya feel pain to remind Kenyans that we continually spoke of false prophets within quotes who come into you in sheep's clothing, but are inwardly ferocious wolves, paraphrasing the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7 and verses 15. It is day by day becoming patently clear that Kenya Kwanza lied to this land. The finance bill is a clear affirmation of their falsehoods, and we ask all members of Parliament, regardless of their coalition affiliation, to stand with the people of Kenya and reject the bill in its totality, line by line. We will push for an open vote where one's name is called out and he or she openly affirms yes or no. Kenyans want to know whether you are with them or against them. Because it's a matter so basic. Either we are going to achieve Vision 2030 or we are going to completely ruin the future of this country through impossible taxation. We too ask unions and other organizations to remit rejection memorandum on the anti-Kenyan proposition. This is our appointed time to make a difference. And today here in Yatta, under the Yatta Ukambani Sun, we ask all Kenyans to join in the noble cause of political and economic liberation of our country. I thank you. May God bless Kenya.